Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Stacey Goodrich, and this is the Mental Edge podcast. And I'm so excited today because I get to meet Angelina. Now, Angelina, I'm so excited to have you here because, first of all, you connected with me through email, and just tell us a little bit about you and the reason for your connection with me.
Okay, I'm Angelina and I'm from Romeo High School, and we have to do this project for my English class called the capstone. And we have to do something that our interest is, and I'm a varsity cheerleader. So this has like a big effect on my life, like a big chapter. And I was trying to find my information for this big document I had to make. And it was actually your website. Your email was right at the bottom of it. And we have to find someone to get a meeting with. And I was like, okay, I'll just email her and see if she even emails me back. Like, she has this whole website I don't even know. And wow, I can't believe I'm on Zoom with you. Huh.
Oh, well, and what's great about this is I didn't know anything about you.
Yeah.
You emailed me. I was like, of course. Why wouldn't I connect with you? Because, for me, I just want people to know that this is available. I want people to know that mental blocks are a thing and that there's a solution for them. And so so first of all, what state are you in?
I'm from Michigan.
Okay, because I didn't know what high school that was, and I didn't know
Yeah.
where you were. So you're in Michigan, and so thank you for reaching out. And when you connected with me, I thought you had some really good questions. So I want to get into that. Um, what are you looking for from me? And just give me whatever questions you have for me, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability.
Okay, I just want to go like into depth of mental blocks because I keep looking it up and I just know like what they are, but like I don't know how it like affects them or like how it like affects the body and the mind or like how it correlates. You know?
Okay. So your question is you because I think this is first of all when I first started working with athletes, my daughter basically came home from practice. She's a gymnast, and she said to me, "Mom, Sarah asked me to do a back walkover on the high beam, and I couldn't do it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You'll figure it out." And she was like, "That's not going to work." And you know what I realized that day is that most people are just doing it. They're just doing their skills. They're not really thinking about it. And then there's a situation where it doesn't work, and then all kinds of things get in our way of us being able to do what we know we can do.
Mm.
When I was researching and I was getting published, I've written 3 books. Angelina, I don't know if you know that, but and when I was getting published, I was looking up like a psychologist, and a psychologist doesn't have a definition or a solution for a mental block. And I thought that that was really interesting. But what's interesting about a mental block is when a person can't do what they know they can do, it's actually an unconscious thought process. It's not like we're aware of, oh, I used to be able to do it and now I can't, and this is how it happened. Like, we're not aware.
Mm.
It just happens to us. It's an unconscious process. But then what happens is people try to fix an unconscious process with a conscious idea. They'll say, get out of your head. Don't think about it. Visualize yourself doing it. But that may or may not work for people. And so for me, I needed to help people understand what was going on unconsciously so that they could have a solution. They could manage it. They could they could understand what to do and work through it instead of trying to work around it, because that's what most people try to do. If I can't do my back tumbling, then I'm trying to kick my mind out. I'm trying to work around it. I'm trying to not think about it, right?
Mm.
And that doesn't work. And so for me, my work is a combination of giving people tools and strategies to help them use their mind to support their body in the moment. And so, for instance, some people like to feel their way through their skills. They feel their hands on the floor. They stay tight, right? Some people like to see their way through it. They see their hands, see their feet. Some people like to think their way through, talk their way through, or some kind of combination. So giving people the ability to give their mind a job, because if we don't give our mind a job to do, it'll create its own job
Yeah.
and it won't be helpful.
That was a perfect answer.
Yeah. So does that give you the ability to kind of know what a mental block is a little bit?
Yeah.
Good, good.
How often do you see an athlete, such as a cheerleader or gymnast, struggling with mental blocks?
Oh, goodness. Well, I put my business online about almost 9 years ago. And I've been seeing between 30 and 40 athletes a week, one on one, since
Wow.
like every week. And most of my clients are gymnasts, tumbling, cheerleaders, right? Those are the majority of my clients because the mental blocks for them start very quickly and they're usually very young.
Mm-hmm.
And when parents will see the symptom or the coaches will see the symptom. They'll see the lack in confidence or the negative self-talk or the balking. That's the symptom of the problem. That's not actually the problem, but that's what coaches are trying to fix. Be confident. You can do it. Just do it. But the thought process in your way is what is the problem. And so understanding that and helping people work through that and being aware of that, that's what gives you the ability to then solve the problem. Sorry, my cat.
No, you're good.
You have to get off. Yes. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's very, most people, there's not a person in the world that doesn't have a limiting belief or a mental block or an idea in their head controlling them in a negative way. You know, Typically we have a perception of a situation when we're young. Maybe it's, my daughter, her coach could say to her, Livy, that was a terrible bar routine. And she could perceive it as, okay, I got to work on that. But she could also perceive it as, I'm terrible at bars and I'm never going to be good. Right?
Yeah.
That groove in our brain gets filed and we behave according to that idea. And so, you know, it's not that they're all bad, but depending on how we perceive that situation, that's what's going to dictate how we behave moving forward and how we think. And so helping people understand what those things are for them, that gives them the ability to go, okay, thank you for that thought. Thank you for that fear. That's what I call in my A circle. But now that's just there to remind me to focus. Now I can think about what I need to do. It gives them a way to manage it.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's all the questions I have because you like mushed them all together and you answered everything.
Oh, well, good. Okay, yeah, I think so. For you, Angelina, what did you learn?
I learned that it's more like not like it's not like a confidence thing, kind of. I feel like it's just like your brain messing with you. But I mean, when I dealt with it, I kind of had like the opposite. It was like my brain was telling me, "Oh my gosh, I got this," but it was like my body telling me no. I feel like it was the opposite way around for me, but I don't know.
For sure. So your body, so for you, sometimes I can think of it as my body knows what to do, but my mind is in my way. But you felt
Mhm.
your mind knew what to do, but your body was in the way.
Yeah, I don't
So
even know if that makes sense, but that's how I was feeling.
100%. Well, and that you bring up a really good point. It's not, that's why when I work with people, I don't tell them what to do because that's not what works for you. It's understanding for you how it's set up.
Hmm.
So let me teach you a circle, and then I think you'll be able to also that can help you. So everybody has what I call an A circle, a B circle, and a C circle. And there's no right or wrong way with how this is set up. It's a way for us to understand what's controlling us or what's running the show for us in any given situation. So whoever or whatever is in your A circle is who or what is making decisions for you, or who or what is running the show for you in that situation. B circle are people or things that support you to make a decision, or they can influence your decisions, but they're not making it for you.
Yeah.
And C circle is everything else outside of that, or everything else that doesn't matter. Now, we can have lots of things in our A circle, right? We can have people. Your coaches might be in your A circle, and that can affect you a certain way. Your parents might be in your A circle. Your teammates can be in there. We can also have thoughts in our A circle. What if I don't do it? What if I upset my coach? I don't want to make a mistake. And we have energy like fear, worry, confidence, things like that. So when you think of cheer for you, what would you say is in your A circle some of the time?
Mostly I feel like my coach and like not letting her down, or like my teammates and doing what's best for the team.
And that's not a bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, but I would imagine, does it make sense that sometimes having that in your A circle is helpful
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
sometimes not helpful?
Yeah.
Right. And so it's not what's in our A circle that matters. It's how we perceive it that can give us the ability to move forward more connected. Does that
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
so for you and for your for you, where do you have an issue? Is it with tumbling? Is it something like that?
I did have an issue with tumbling, but it was my senior year, so like I don't know. Like I had like so many different people telling me different things. I did like different like I don't know how to say it, like exercise like not like physical exercises, but mind exercises.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then it like worked for me, but now my season just ended and now I'm done.
Well, and do you see how you can use what worked for you with those exercises? Was it just a way to give your mind a job? Was it something that you could think differently about? What worked for you?
I felt like it was like less about myself. Because I'm like a perfectionist. So every
Mhm.
single time I did it, like I did not like it. Like I would like fall on my head or something. But then like I don't know, I just felt like I had to keep working for my team because I like wanted us to go really far in our season. And I just like changed it. It was like my perspective on everything.
Exactly. That's great because do you see how what you had in your A circle, then you were be able to shift that to do what you needed to do?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like, and I think that everybody has obviously people are successful in it and they figure it out for the most part. This work gives people the ability to be more aware of how things are working for them so that then they can use those things more often. You know, if you got a shift in your perspective that helped you kind of break through the old situation or the old issue to help you moving forward, that's great because now you can use that now.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. And I just put my work kind of, not kind of, but puts tools and strategies to those processes so people can name them and then use them moving forward.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay, so what do you have to do from here? What's the project? I'm interested to see how you kind of use this moving forward.
Okay, so right now I had to do like note cards, like there's 30 of them. I had to do 20 of just like website, like Google Scholar, everything. I'm using your interview as 4 of them. And then and then I have to have this whole presentation. I have to give like to the school, to our parents, to my teacher, and all your information is gonna help me. And I'm gonna like I'll put your name and your like citing on the board.
Okay, so I've written 3 books. I have a children's book and 2 other youth journal books. I'll show you one. And I don't know if you need anything from me, but I can certainly send you my books or, you know, I don't know, but
Yes, please.
and I would love kind of the final project. I would love to put you back on my group. I have a group on Facebook, Athletes Who Settle for More. There's about 14,000 people on that group. I would love to have you back on the podcast to give your perspective on this. I think that would be awesome for my audience for the podcast as well.
Yes, totally.
Okay, well, keep me in the loop, Angelina, and I'm so grateful that you reached out, and we'll stay in contact, and thank you, and I look forward to seeing how it all ends.
Thank you so much.
Okay, see you later. Have a good day.
Bye, you too.
Bye-bye.